UFC, France, Paris, predictions, Imavov, Borralho, Soy, no gone. I was about to say for some we know he's fighting Aspinall. Let's start at the top. No, maybe. My mom is doing noises of just okay. Anyway, that sound. I don't know. She's washing clothes or anything. You hear the foot stomps on the roof, or my whatever. Ooh, ooh. Anyway, I'm drunk. Imavov, Borralho. Interesting fight. This is a good fight. I'm a guy that usually likes it more when you mix it up like with a. It doesn't be someone that's washed or whatever, but you know when you have like Imavov, Whittaker, if you would have Borralho. Did I say completely wrong? Adesanya Imavov, like a new versus old, whatever. And if you would have Kyle versus Whittaker, or I was about to say Cannonier. They've already fought. You know what I mean. But anyway, this is a good fight. I guess there's a pretty good chance this is the next guy for Chimaev. Of course, they have new competition with Rainer the River versus Anthony Hernandez. But who do I think wins this one? If we look at Nasruddin Imavov with his, he's on a. I still think that he deserved the title shot much more than Chimaev, but of course I get why they did the Chimaev fight. But fuck Chimaev, boring cunt. Imavov, decent on the feet. I can't hate on his striking. He knocked out Adesanya, but good on the feet. I like. Should we say elite because he knocked out Adesanya? Maybe. Really good on the feet. Good with the grappling. Imavov is just a straight good all-rounder. I don't think we have seen much of him being elite, super dominant anywhere. Of course, he dominated Edmund Sebastian on the ground, you know. But when you come up more through the rankings and everything, Strickland exposed him. So anyway, Imavov is a good all-rounder. Same with Kaio. I think this will be a high-level, skilled mixed martial arts fight. So who do I got? Yeah, I'm going with Nasruddin Imavov. Is that a guy that I want to win? The fighting nerves movement are cool. So Kaio is pretty cool when he's fighting and everything, but then when the fight is over and he puts on his glasses, I just wanna punch him like a nerd. I'm taking your school lunch. Do the test for me, or I'll beat you up, you nerd. That's what I feel. But yeah, Imavov. I just think Imavov would be one of these top guys that beats basically everyone, maybe except he kind of becomes maybe the new Whittaker role. You know, beats everyone except the champion. Of course, Whittaker clearly, without a shadow of a doubt, if you know how to score, beat Adesanya in the rematch. I will never stop talking about that. That's it. Whittaker is a 2-time undisputed champion, and I don't care what anyone says. Anyway, yeah, I think Imavov gets this one. I was about to say let's go Imavov, but I don't even like him, so yeah. Benoit Saint Denis versus Mauricio Ruffy. Maybe I just have it here because no. Benoit Saint Denis versus Mauricio Ruffy. Ruffy, more. I like this actually, having the fighting nerds on the same card. Some hype building. Pretty funny actually, Benoit Saint Denis, head kicks KO Ruffy. And then Caio Borralho walks out to the main event. But we'll see. This is a good fight, isn't it? Ruffy with his bam spinning stuff. He's spinning. That was the last time he fought, right? Spinning heel kick against Bobby Green. And Benoit Saint Denis had a hard time. Dustin got that brutal ground pound against Moicano. Oh my word! But then he beat some guy that came in on short notice because what was it? Benoit Saint Denis was supposed to fight someone that pulled out, right? I don't remember exactly who it was, but who do we have in this one? Yeah, I give this to the fighting nerds, Mauricio Ruffy. Yeah, as we have seen, Benoit on the feet isn't like we really overrated him probably. Like great head kick against Matt Frivola. Like the thing is, it's very interesting how someone's hype can like go over to another guy. So we had Drew Dober, who Dober, you know, the black man killer, and you know, up and down, you know, knocked out Bobby Green. And you know, yeah, went up against killers, beat some decent guys. So every time Dober fought, you know, he had some what do you say? You know, he had some hype. This violent guy like tied Dustin in KOs at lightweight. I don't know what the stats are now because after that I think Dustin then KO'd Benoit Saint Denis. So I don't know if Dustin is leading with 1 because I don't think Dober recently haven't had much wins. But Dober was like a guy that people always like to watch brawl and get finished or KO someone, go to war. And so I think in a upset, Matt Frivola finished Drew Dober, right? So then Matt Frivola got some hype, and then he went into MSG against Benoit Saint Denis. You know, if you were a hardcore fan, you were like a bit hyped about Benoit Saint Denis. Like four-checked Ismael Bonfim, right? Beat Thiago Moises. But there's still, you know, some hype, you know, beat from Frivola who beat Dober. And then Benoit Saint Denis head kicks Frivola. So like the hype, or you know, people like to watch the violence of Dober goes over to Frivola. That hype goes over to Benoit Saint Denis, which then made probably Dustin look more like he's still up there in his prime, maybe not prime, but still up there as a top level. But he still got out-grappled by Benoit Saint Denis and managed to knock him out then. And that probably made Moicano look better. Like we thought more of Moicano maybe, but then he got finished by Islam easily and then looked trash against Dariush. So it can, all that comes from, if Dober beats Frivola, this whole timeline, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, Benoit Saint Denis, he's not much on the feet. I don't think he's enough of a good like offensive grappler to beat Ruffy, the ragdoll him. Yeah, Ruffy, I think he will like tag up Benoit for. Yeah, I don't know if he finishes him, honestly. I think Ruffy like schools Benoit on the feet. Maybe 30-27 him. Maybe 29-28, but wins the decision, outstrikes him. I think so. Actually, looking at this card, this will probably like a more. Maybe I will start to stream a bit earlier. I'm definitely planning to stream this card this weekend for me, living in Sweden. This is a great time when it's in Europe, France. Yeah, great. Starts much earlier than usual. For me, starts like 7 hours, 6-7 hours before when the main card usually starts. That's a hell of a difference. But Modestas Bekauskas, doesn't he train with? Isn't he buddies with Tom Aspinall? I mean, Paul Craig isn't really a fighter, is he? He sucks. So Bekauskas will destroy Craig. I go with him. Forrest Siam will beat Carl Fernandez, I think. I had no idea Patricio Pitbull. And I go with Pitbull. There's some champion, right, from a smaller organization, I think it was. Or is it I don't know who it was. And the last few fights, I go with Omar Sy, Marcin Tybura against Ante Delia. Isn't that the guy that like Henan Ferreira beat, maybe? In some trash promotion, PFL? Dude, why is it because none of them are fans? Why is Renat Fakretino versus our Swede Andreas Gustafsson? Why are they second fight on the prelims? Yeah, let's go with Brad Tavares. And who wins between Renat and Andreas Gustafsson? I mean, Renat hasn't. Dude, I'm going with Andreas Gustafsson. Swedish bias. No, but honestly, his performance against Chaos Williams, Renat has been a bit hit and miss, right? Yeah, Andreas. That's the card. a bit like I'm kind of drunk. I don't know what's happening with me. So this is I think this was good. Thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. I have a lot more content. If you thought this was a bit goofy, whatever, yeah, I'm a bit I feel a bit off. It's fine. You can't have a good day every day. Yeah, if you enjoyed this, like, subscribe. Have a lot of other videos, shorts, lot of live streams. Latest video here somewhere. Playlist. It is right here somewhere.